All right, so back in the workshop. Yesterday was a nice day off. I loved hanging out with the kids, everything, but I do not know how my wife does it. I give her credit. It's hard chasing those little guys around. I even went to my parents and had them help me out, I guess, for a little bit so I could get a little bit of work done, and it was still very hard to do. But I'm back in my workshop over here, and it is super windy today. I'd like to go flying, but I also don't want to fly away with the wind. And yeah, I got a little project. I just need to do some cool little metal fab bookend type things, and should be pretty fun. So I'm gonna get my day started, and we'll see where it ends up. Hopefully this wind calms down. Alright, so it's kind of getting late in the day, and I got done doing all that, the little doodads, stuff like that for that bookshelf thing. And I have been flying this quad. This is that freshly built one. I flew it in yesterday's video and everything, up on the hill. And I flew it previously, just to test things out. And I noticed there's these little baubles and stuff sometimes. I don't run any expo or anything, so it's all my controls. So I know if there's something a little abnormal going on, I don't there's nothing to hide basically. And I know I haven't touched the PIDs at all, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of PID tuning, and this is going to be very basic because the Helio stuff is pretty locked in already, but this is just going to be standard PID tuning knowledge I'm about to drop. So I'm going to finish wrapping this guy up, and then we're going to go fly a couple packs behind the shop here, or maybe one pack, just depends how long it's going to take to PID tune, but I should have it pretty much dialed in a minute here. So let me finish this up, and I'll explain everything to you while I'm flying. Check it out, this GoPro just froze on me. See the little lines in there? Never seen that before. Alright, so are we all dialed in here? Oh, this thing's smudged. Okay. Standard PID tuning knowledge. Let's go into the OSD here, which it won't let me for some odd reason. Why can't I go into the OSD? The fuck? Okay. Alright, let me show you guys a little something though, so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so why was my video so choppy too? Oh, now I could go into the OSD. That was weird. PID profile. Okay, I don't know why I was on 2. Okay, but check it out. So, I know that on roll I need to bump this up. I like just 58. I like the number, but I know I need to go up. And I know my D needs to go up as well. And I'm going to explain this to you guys a little bit here in a second. Let me just get this in. Okay, so I pretty much controls how it is moving around. So if you're drifting or moving, or you get a weird kind of wobble when you do certain moves in a sense, that's your eye. Your eye gain needs to go up. I like to have a somewhat high eye gain. My P's are pretty locked already. That's the my feel on my sticks. And D is for bounce back. So if you do a flip or something and you get bounce back, then you know you're having a little bit of an issue. So I'm gonna save and reboot this. Okay, hopefully everything got saved. Alright, so okay, I didn't see any bounce back on the roll, so So usually you like go like this, and there's like a it bounces back the other direction. See, there's still some on the pitch side, I feel like. Or maybe that was my finger. Nope. There's a little on the pitch side. But when we do a little hang time, let's see if we float. No, so the eye is pretty locked in. I'm not really getting any weird like floating around. So what I need to do is adjust D on. I need to adjust the D. Let's see if it lets me go in there. Let's see what it did. I don't know why it's doing. It went back to the PID profile too. So that's why I have an issue. No, it went up. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, well, let's see how this works. Pitch D. Let's go up to like 30 here. I'm gonna just save and exit. Okay, cool. Worked that time. Oh, throttle. My bad. Alright, let's see if this is any better. And it's still a little there. Not as bad. It's not as bad as I would think, but let's see if we could just crank it up a little bit more, because it still feels pretty responsive. It's crazy how it lets me go in here and still mess with it. 35. Save and exit. I'm a rookie today. There, that's a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. That's better. Okay, so see, we needed to go up on the D, and now I don't have that crazy bounce back on my flips. Whoa, that was weak. Hit my finger on the gimbal hole. Okay. So yeah, so went up on D, got rid of some bounce back.
1 minute.
Don't have the weird floaty stuff anymore. Yeah, nice and locked in. Feels good. See how we're not like floating all over the place? I like it. Feels good.
30 seconds.
Alright, nice. So that didn't take too long. That was like a battery.
20 seconds.
Alright, so that's how I do my PID tuning. I mean, I feel like now where we're at with like the firmware and everything, it's pretty dialed in already. You don't have to really do much. I don't know for like all firmware, but I know the FU mode stuff, Helio, whatever it is, it's good. But there are a couple little adjustments that I have to do. I mean, this is a wider stance frame, so usually I have the bounce back on the pitch and roll and a couple, things like that. I do have a longer bodied frame, so on pitch, you do have to tune it a little bit differently. But like I said, it's pretty good where it's at. A quick overview of everything would be if you're having a bounce back after doing a flip and it does that bobble, then make sure you add more D. More D is going to kind of clean up that bounce back that you're having. I would always go in increments of 5. 5 always seems pretty good. If you're at 20, you're having bounce back, go to 25. You're having more, go to 30. If it's too much, like you're having some oscillations, then maybe bounce it back to like 27 or something, and then you'll find like a happy ground that your quad wants to be in. Same thing on pitch. You saw that I was having a little bit of bounce back on pitch. I kept bumping it up, kind of pretty much increments of 5. Started to go away. Found a good little spot that it likes to be, a little happy place. And yeah, it seems pretty good. Now on I just like a higher I. I pick a number 58 or something. I just want to get some of that like lazy, sloppy movement that's in the quad out of there when you do any sort of like hang time or anything. It just tightens up the quad a little bit more, especially like on days like this where there's a little bit of more wind and everything. It won't be drifting your quad as much. So I always bump up the high. It's like a rule of thumb for me. But hopefully you guys got that. Oh, and with the P's, don't really mess with the P's. P's are pretty much, they're pretty much good now. Like, I mean, where everything's at, P's pretty good. Yaw, usually, I mean, I mess with it a little bit, but where it's at right now with the firmware, don't have to touch yaw. That's pretty much it. So, done over here. Got to tune this baby, and we'll see what's in store for tomorrow. But thanks for hanging in there with me for another day. Today was pretty uneventful. I need more projects coming in here and stuff. I need to find some work, but yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.